Hello. Hope everyone's doing well. Man, it is cold in this game room. I am bundled up. Oof. I could just not be cheap and turn on the heater, but I got about an hour. Probably by the time it starts to warm up, I'd probably have to go away anyways. But we are going to be I'm going to be brainstorming some potential ideas I have. These are going to be new ideas involving crystals, because I don't like how they're represented right now. So got to make them feel more magic. Let's hop in the game. Let's see. Do I magic mod, right? Yeah, magic mod. Single player. Let's go in the creative world. Hope everyone's doing well. You know, let's open up a soda. What do I want? Do I want the classic Pepsi or do I want this Sprite Cherry Lime Chill? Pepsi. That was a surprisingly easy decision. I love seeing that wolf over there. Just no animation. Game mode 2. I see you. See, when people are like, oh, the elementals are, you know, they're not animated, right? Trust me, man, it's not the elementals. That's just how the game is right now. So give them a little time, they'll correct. All right. What spell is this? Oh, plunder. Oh, this guy over here just flying around like he owns the place. Dilly! It's a feature. Man, I get that a lot, though, where it's like, oh, yeah, the animation. I'm like, trust me, it's the animation's there. Oh, you'll find this funny, Dilly. So for a while, people have been talking about, you know, like the animations for these guys, right? When they do their blast attack, they do it like double for whatever reason. I'm like, why was that happening? I found out that when I did the animation, I had it to where when it stopped, it like repeat, like it did the repeat like right in reverse. So it was doing the animation, and then when it stopped, it would wait a little bit, right? And then it would do the animation fast again because it was reversing it. So I had to fix that. And it did help a lot too, because it was getting confusing, because sometimes they just put their hands up and it's like nothing comes out. So that was interesting. That was my bad. So I am going to be, man, this creative world is really like blown up. Holy crap. It's like my scratch notes. What was I doing over here? Oh, that was when I was testing having the rifts convert stone into crystals. Which is, it's ironic, you know, we may want to start here. So I want to change quite a few things here. Like this will be the 3.2 release. I don't like how elemental crystals are right now. I feel like they feel just not magical. There are too many types. Like I feel like I can make it simpler, and I can but you know what? Does that mean that I have to make a regular rust crystal type creature too? I guess I'll get to that. But I jotted down some ideas here. I don't like the crystals. Let's just pull a couple out and take a look, because I don't like how my crystals look. There we go. And we'll take out something like a moonstone. You know, we'll do a bloodstone. Eventually I got to get the bloodstone in. right? So right now, I have the small, the medium, and the large. I don't like the medium crystal. I don't like the medium at all. I don't know, it's okay. Like, it's not the best. I was thinking of having it be something like this for small, medium, and large, right? You'll have to excuse the you just gotta pretend that it's textured to look like the fire crystal. So it would be something like this, and it wouldn't be small, medium, large. It would be like tiny, small, and large. It's just an idea that I had because I feel like this is... It's got too much going on. I tried to prune out some of the bits, and it still didn't look quite right. So I may do something like this for like the transition of these. The drones and the sentries, I may shrink their size down just a little bit. We're talking like maybe 90 to 80% tops, like smaller, because I'm starting to think about the actually getting the boss system in. And the first boss, let's go to creatures. First boss is gonna be either the Sentinel, which is that guy, or another kind of creature. Like, because I figure if I shrink the other ones down a little bit, I don't have to keep getting like bigger and bigger and bigger, right? Because this is already pretty big. This one may be like the tier 2 boss that you summon. Maybe. And then I may make a new one for the tier 1 where it's kind of like a drone. Maybe a hybrid between the drone and the sentry. Hey, Torch. Right, but it's going to require some sizing. I had an idea for the aggro as well, the aggro range. So I play tested a little bit. Last stream, I made it to where you could hold an enchanted stone, and it greatly reduced the aggro range while that enchanted stone was in your main hand. I can create like cheap kind of talismans and something that you could hold in your offhand. The idea is you would hold this item in your offhand, and it would be something that like mages could make. I may potentially make it to where anyone can make it, because if I add something like that in, I want to make it to where, you know, like these elementals aggro everyone. It's an idea. Right now, if you don't have magic, they don't aggro you. And I'm toying with the idea of making the aggro range like small if you don't have magic. Like, you shouldn't be able to walk up to these things that are aggressive and stand right inside of it, right? Like, if you get like within its personal bubble, it should attack you. Like, there shouldn't be a free lunch there. But I don't see, thinking about it now, maybe only mages should make the talisman, and maybe while they have it in their offhand, right? So they have it in their offhand here. You'll just have to pretend that this staff is it. Maybe that item would be a mage-only thing, and what it would do is it would reduce the aggro range down to what a non-magic user would have too, right? So basically within 3 blocks, like you could come within 3 blocks of it, like it would aggro right about here, you know, getting that close. That would also mean that you would pretty much be invisible to sentries, because they fly so high in the air. I'll have to like mess with it. But that's the change that I'm thinking of doing. At least on that side. And then I want to introduce rust crystals. Just regular rust crystals. So thing that came up on a buddy server, partially a QOL request, partially a question of if there's a reason for it. Can we get crystallized memories to be more than stacks of one, or is there a reason why they're one per slot? There is a reason why. And maybe this is a dilly question. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. It seems like whenever I try to, like, let's say you have a stack of 5 crystallized memories. When I try to run like the custom logic with that, like, let's say, you know, you sit there and you use it for 5 seconds and then it does something, right? That doesn't always consume only one of the crystallized memories. Sometimes it will double consume, sometimes it won't consume it at all. No idea why. Sometimes it will take 2 and it will run whatever the command is, right? Whatever it's trying to do twice. It's the same problem that I had in the original version of the mod when you have the runic scrolls, right? And you would use one and sometimes you would get double hit with like, oh, I learned 2 spells, or look, I just learned 1. Or that's why the easiest solution was to just make the crystallized memories a single use thing, right? A single stack. That way I was guaranteed when you use the item, it only did it once. That is the reason why. So yeah, it is weird. No, you don't have to say sorry. I mean, that's why I do these live streams, right? Like, if you have questions and stuff, I can explain to you why I did something a certain way. And sometimes, yeah, it's not going to make sense because you weren't there watching me probably at the time when I was fixing that, right? That was many streams ago. Where I'm like, see, look at that. It's doing it double again. What's that? Oh, you know what? Quick fix. Let's just make it a stack of 1. It's, yeah. And again, it may be... See, the thing is, I looked at the stone, right? Like, when you have a stone and you go to throw it in that whole use thing, I've looked at that. I've tried to, like, make it just rolls. That's another use item. So you can only have them as a stack of 1 as well. Anything that's like that, the quick fix was just make it a stack of just 1. Rusty Dust is kind of the only exception, and I feel like there are times when, like, I've gotten reports from people saying, yeah, I've used Rusty Dust to unlock magic and it didn't consume the item, or it took like 2 Rusty Dust to unlock magic. But it's just Rusty Dust is so cheap. I'm like, well, you know, like it was one of those things where I'm like, yeah, you know, it's a minor thing. Like, no one's gonna miss an extra Rusty Dust right in the beginning of learning magic. But you will, you know, if you have 2 spell scrolls that are stacked and you go to use 1 spell and it takes both scrolls, you'll probably be upset. Or if you go to do 1 crystallized memory and it eats up 2 of them and you only got the 5%. Or who knows, luck of the draw, right? You could use 1 and you could get a double whammy. You could get 10%. That's why. So my idea for crystals, you would get the new tiny crystals for tier 1. Basically, I want you, like, there'll still be drops from drones and sentries, right? It's going to be like the uncommon drop. And basically, this is going to be used in all the primary recipes, right? So right now I have the 8 different elements thrown at you. You need to mix match these, you know, to create your Arcanist, to, you know, to do like your Crucible recipes. Really, this crystal's really valuable because you transform it with the Rusty Dust and the Shifting Fibers into Arcanist, which is a primary reagent, right? So I had an idea of doing something Rift related as well. At first, I'm like, you know, maybe put down a stone. I don't like that idea. Stone's really cheap. I don't want you to place something down unless it's maybe like a Rift Anchor for, you know, Rust Crystals. Similar to the Rift Anchors I have for the, you know, for the Unstable Rift Blooms. It would just be another variant of that. But I think when the Rifts are spawned, over time, you know, like maybe once every 5 to 7 minutes while the rift is open, it will shoot out, you know, it'll just drop a random crystal, you know, random rust crystal as just like an item, right? So it'll just be like that, kind of sitting on the ground, you know, outside of a rift. And you could come up and you can kind of harvest them, right? That way it's kind of a slow burn. It's just another way to get the crystal. Kill monsters, right? To get a crystal as well. Maybe eventually, like you know, you can make the rift anchor so you could place things down to try and get a better drop rate, you know, to get crystals. And then the barrel recipe would be, you know, pretty much at that point it would make sense to use rusty dust in a barrel, set it around for like 5 days or so, you know, depending on what crystals you want. And that could be more of like a passive way also to, you know, generate crystals. And then again, right, it's going to be for the primary, all your primary crafting. I'll still keep it to where you could use elemental crystals probably for the primary crafting as well. Or maybe not, I don't know, but we'll see. And what they're going to be used for, right, is also getting elemental crystals. And I had an idea for a mechanic. I don't know what to do. I think it would be cool to, like, you see crystals on the ground, right? You like place a crystal, and then you cast transmutation on it, and by triggering it with transmutation, you can charge the crystal. Like right there, this would be a charged elemental crystal. You'd probably see some particle effects from it, but then that could be a neat trigger to do with like maybe rituals, or maybe it affects things around it in a certain way. Ideally, when I add in the new rifts, like the elemental rifts, I think it would be cool, like, yeah, you either opened up a rift with the ritual, or a random rift spawned in the world, and then you put down, you know, an elemental crystal or 2 or 3, however much it takes, and then you could charge them, right? And then that could convert the regular rift into an elemental rift, which would be like an event kind of thing, right? Like it would spawn, like it would probably, that's where the taint system would come in. And, you know, and you would have a bunch of stuff, you know, a bunch of fun stuff to kind of do that feels more magic related. Bernardo, hey, what now? Are you gonna end in 20 minutes? No, I got maybe an hour. Yeah, I got 30 minutes to 45 minutes. Hey Oats, how's it going? Oats. And then I would have the tiny elemental crystals, right? And the way you would get these is you would take those rust crystals, you would go to an essence generator, and you would place these around the essence generator. You know, like wherever they were gonna be, right? I probably shouldn't use this one here. So if I go to the light, right, it's on, it's generating right now. If I get too close, right, rust sickness. So I could place crystals down, you know, in like the area around this, and over time, these can convert into a random element based on what the primary essence is, right? So light essence is fire, nature, and lightning. You would have a chance for these to be randomly a fire crystal, lightning crystal, nature crystal. You know, this would be water and earth. And this would be air, frost, and arcane, right? But that's going to be your way of doing it. And each time, like, these tick, it would take, like, I don't know, maybe 5 essence, you know, from the celestial prism, right? So it's taking a zap of essence and it's changing your rust crystals into an elemental crystal. I was just about to message you, see what you were up to. Yeah. A little too late, Oats. We can talk later, though. I'm just going over what what my proposed changes are to crystals. No, I has arrived, therefore you have to end. It's the rules. I didn't know that, Bernardo. I didn't know I couldn't do that. Yeah, and then of course, you know, you have a chance, like a semi-rare chance to like kill an elemental you know, fire drone to actually just get straight up a fire crystal. Oh, you fell asleep yesterday so hard? Yeah, I think I reached out to you and you were gone. You were just tapped. Which is fine. I made some progress in the machine mod. I think the machine mod, it needs a couple more texture and a couple more models done. I need to tweak the speeds a little bit. I figured out the temporal assembly is going to be used for speed. So that's awesome. Lunatic Mag, hey, greetings. Man, 8 months. Whew, we're getting up there. How you doing? Aren't you supposed to be? Oh, I guess not in bed. It's usually 3 when I stream, so you're not up super late. My mother is COVID, so I'll get it soon. Oh no, oh, brace yourself. Brace yourself. You know what? This may sound weird. I like getting sick. You know what I do? If I feel some sniffles coming on, I will stock up on soup. I'll get myself soda, candy, all the feel good. I'll get like fried chicken, right? All the food that I would just want to binge because I know I'm gonna get sick, but sickness doesn't fully like take me out. Like I can still function, you know? So really what sickness means to me is it's a free day off to play video games. Because I can bundle myself up and cough and hack off to the side and I can just play games guilt-free. Doesn't matter if it's a sunny day out, a winter storm. That's you know, as long as it's not like a stomach bug, right? It's not fun if you have to be glued to a toilet. But other than that, man, weirdo, sign me up. Be like, oh man, I don't feel good. Let me get a pizza in the oven. let me pop open a fresh drink. You know what? I'll eat some M&Ms while I'm waiting. Cause I don't feel good. Yeah. All right. Let's see, what else was I talking about here? Yeah, the drones. Oh yeah, and the elemental crystals, right? So they'll be crafting material as well. It's going to be all of your attack wands. Maybe Arcanus. I'm not sure. Maybe a crucible recipe. I think what I would want you to do with the elemental crystals is a magical way to turn them back into like the rust crystals to use for crafting. So, you know, I would want like a way to transition back and forth. I think this way would be pretty cool, right? Making the rust crystal, putting it down near the area while it's on, right? This whole, you know, because that was part of the reason why I made this effect. I just didn't chase the idea all the way because I wasn't sure if I wanted, you know, if I wanted this effect, if I wanted rust sickness. And the elemental crystals too would be used also in the summoning rituals, right? So this, like, you would get the tiny like fire elemental crystals, and you would use that to summon the first like elemental boss, you know, like the fire elemental. And I think what I want to do is there'll be specific things that you'll have to do, like for instance to summon the frost boss, right? The frost elemental. You know, it's got to be, I think I'll lock things into maybe like certain times a year. And then you have to have certain things, like maybe you have to have like, you know, so many items that are like on fire around for the fire, you know, and it can't be raining, you know, or maybe for like the wind elemental, you know, or the storm elemental, maybe you have to be higher up, you know, above sea level. You know, and that could be like one of the criteria, you know, to make it work. Maybe for the nature, right? You need to have like saplings around, or, you know, like something else. But you would draw out this array, right? And you would put like the middle thing down, right? Like we'll just put that down. You would do your ritual of summoning with, you know, wherever these things would go. And then I think I want to try to tap into this whole like hybrid kind of dimension thing that we have, to just like maybe teleport you to another plane and try my luck, maybe make like a flat platform with like some stuff. I don't know what I can do with it yet though. but make it to where that could be fully destructible terrain. I would want new, like new grasses and stuff, new stone. Just because, like, it would be like fire tainted, you know, grass or gravel or whatever. So those are the ideas, the initial ideas, like setting up going forward. And then, of course, like tier 2 crystals, it's going to be like a similar thing, right? Maybe I'll have it to where you could do something with the regular tiny crystals to form them into small, you know, or whatever the tier 2 crystal name's going to be. And then it's going to be similar, right? You know, to convert those, you would probably have to place those bigger crystals around. They would take more essence. You know, it may take longer to do their conversions. And then, you know, you would use those to summon like the next big boss, right? You know, so you can get like a nice honker here trying to eat your biscuits. But yeah, that's the direction that I want to go into. And then, of course, like the tier 3 boss is probably going to be the probably the elemental wyvern that I want to put in. And then I think what I also want to do is give you boss cores, and then that could be part of the criteria for having the minions, right, that I talked about, where you could, like, you know, summon skeleton or anything. There's probably not going to be a skeleton right off the bat. I'll probably make it to where you could summon an elemental of, you know, like what, like a fire elemental or whatever type, and maybe that could help towards your attunement path too, and flesh out that idea. But it all starts with the basics, right? These crystals need to be a little different. I gotta do that before I do anything else. And I think doing it this way, it's gonna be a little easier, right? You're gonna have one resource instead of juggling 8 in the beginning. Yeah, and it opens it up. What do people think? Like, is it good, bad? Here, let's... While I ask that, let's go ahead. Oh yeah, I have Blood and Ghost variants as well. I totally forgot about those other crystals. You know, I'm like a necromancer at heart. Like, I think that's what it is. Give me a warlock, give me a necromancer. You know, Shadow Knight, Dark Knight. Give me any of those things, and I'm happy. Listen to me. Summon skeleton, blood crystals, ghost crystal. If I remember correctly, those crystals, yeah, those crystals were pretty cool. There, where's the... There, got that. And that. Yeah, so like the blood crystals were this. And these were the ghost crystals. I thought those crystals looked pretty damn cool. But then again, I had to pull those back. I had to pull those back. Oh, come on. I think the ghost crystal's like one of my favorite ones. Just eerie. I do like necromancy and elementals. Yeah. let's put the skip back on here. I am going to I gotta think about this. How do I want to add rust crystals? Let me see what my elements are. I'm not sure if I want to add to my elements or just manually add. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to manually add rust to this. Yeah, those crystals look dope, right? Alright, so we're gonna manually add the rust crystal back in. Small, medium, and large. Okay, so I'm gonna have to move my crystal texture into elemental crystals. dash elements. So blocks, elemental crystals, elemental crystals. So let me copy solid rust. Blocks, elemental crystals. We're gonna have to shut down the game. I'll do it gracefully. All right, let's paste this in. There we go. And this is going to be called elemental crystal dash rust. All right, we're going to open this up. Boop. So that's my rust texture. I think the closest may be actually blood. No, I don't want blood. I mean, it could be, no, not earth. Maybe frost. Let's make a new layer, paste this in, expand the canvas size. And let's play with this a little bit. Because I want this to be crystal-like. So let's inject some color there. Let's mess with the curves a little bit. Let's mess with the colors again. Oh, that's cool, deep blue. I have an idea. Let me copy and paste this. Whoops. Copy, paste. There we go. Let's move this over here. Let's do additive or overlay. There we go. We'll do overlay. Maybe something like that. Let's maybe try and grayscale it. There we go. Because I want it to be a little darker there. Let's go back. Make it pop just like a little bit more. All right, let's move the whole thing down. That's what she said. Oh my. All right, that looks pretty good. I want... Let's copy that. Create a new layer, paste. There we go. Trying to make it feel a little more natural here, right? I think that's going to be a good rust crystal there. Let's select all of this, trim it back. Oh, I got to merge it right. So that means I got to merge that down, and then we can merge that down. Save. All right, let's see what the new rust crystals will look like. Boom, 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 boom. Creative. Now it's gonna be upset because I still have the blood crystal and the ghost crystal placed. So it's not gonna see them anymore. Gonna lurk for now. Hope you have a good stream. Good luck with the mod. Love seeing all the progress you've made, and you're doing great. Thank you. I really much appreciate that. Thanks for stopping by, and thank you for the resub. I definitely appreciate it. All right, we can get rid of those. All right, crystal me. There's our new crystal. Rust crystal, rust crystal, rust crystal. I like it. I definitely like it. Let's see what it's like with rusty dust next to it. I'd say that is pretty darn good right there. That's good. Hey everyone, stop smoking in 2023, sober since last December, going to the gym regularly and eating clean. I have only one vice left. That's awesome to hear, man. Congratulations. That is awesome. Yeah, I've been running outside. See, I used to go to the gym a lot. That was when I lived closer to the gym. I'm kind of like out in the woods now, so let's put it this way. I think I have a family of deer that like live back there. We have this like huge pine tree because like we'll get snow and stuff, and I'll look outside and I see rabbit tracks. I see the deer tracks like coming into my yard, and just outside is free. It is free, but I also just run outside these days, which is boring. I usually put on some kind of like podcast or I'll get like I like astrophysics, so I'll get different Audible books and I'll just like listen as I'm running. So are you a Disney princess? Maybe my movie's coming out. You know what, I'm kind of let's take a look at what these look like alongside of the earth crystals. I feel like the earth crystals may have to change. I guess they don't have to necessarily change. Let me see what the earth elemental looks. Oh god, maybe the earth elemental is the next elemental I redo. Oh, I may have to redo these. Never realized how orange those crystals were. Damn it, I hate these discrepancies. Yeah, Vice is definitely a Disney princess. Yeah, look at that. All unshaven. I think they need to be a little darker. Maybe the crystal does need to change. Let's play with these a little bit. Let's go to entities, drone, earth. Here we go. Oh, that's the fake one. All right. So I think let's do the curves. That's too aggressive, right? Just little darker. Try and give it more of an earthy feel. And then this one, I think the crystal needs to be darker and washed out a little bit. Something like that. And then, you know what? This may be the new color for the earth crystal. No, it won't be. Let's go into saturation. Oh, shoot. I never saved it. Hold on. Curves. Come on, reset. All right, something like that, and then let's do hue saturation. All right, I don't like that. Hue saturation. All right, we'll just try that. Whatever. Save. Save. Let's get rid of that. All right, stay right there, buddy. Print. No, damn it. Print screen. There we go. So this is the before. Just gonna move that to the side. These crystals look pretty. I've been dabbling with different minerals and pixel art. Let me tell you, getting halfway convincing lazurite, aka lapis lazuli, and ultramarine. Oh, that's cool. And an 18 by 18 is something else. Man, I don't know if you have the pixels to do that. That's extreme. Hey, Crickloper. Crickerloper. How you doing? Question, how much you want the texture to pop? I'm not sure, actually. I'm not sure. Let's see here. You know what? I also have to keep in mind that the earth elementals spawn in winter. So maybe being darker isn't the thing to do. I don't know. We'll see. I hate it. You know what? Okay. Love how brutally honest there. I hate it. I hate everything that it is. Everything it wants to be. Because see, that's what it was originally. I don't like that. Maybe let's focus on just the crystal. Maybe that's the part that was bugging me. There's something like that. All right, and let's go to curves. Tone it down maybe a little bit. Let's try that. Hate it. I think I did make the rock on the outside. It's too dark. It's too dark all the way through. Yeah, keep the crystal lighter. Yeah. That does feel more like an earth elemental now. I don't know. What do we think? Here, let's GM1. Oh wait, these aren't the right ones. That crystal looks too rusty. You're right. This would be more like a rust elemental instead of... Yeah. Man, you can outrun these easily now. Ha! Take that. Put the old fear down. Banned. Yeah. All right. Maybe this was the way. I think I just the crystal that you put down needs to be closer. You know, this may actually be a good thing. All right. I think I know how to pursue this. Let's undo everything I did there. We're gonna copy this. Let's go into the earth crystal here. kind of overlay it. Overlay it and then maybe tone it down just a little bit. Geez, just a little bit. That way the base. Let's try. Oh, let's try that. Hold on. Let's trim all of this out. Bump up that overlay. Let's see what this looks like. Boop. Think he's drunk. Yeah, and do everything and start from scratch. Oh man. That's it. You heard it here, Bernardo, right? We're gonna listen to Bernardo. I'm gonna remove the mod. And we're gonna start a new project. First step, how do we get a mana bar? Alright, so got our little elemental friend. So the rust crystals versus the earth. I mean, it does look more different now. I think I actually do like that. Oh, I'm not in creative. I'm like, why isn't it just one shot going away? Vice wants to get a mana bar. Oh, Bernardo. Your staff is in the mail, by the way. I think I read, though, it said train derailment, so... I think this is pretty good. I do like the rust. You know, the rust crystals, they probably could be maybe a little darker. Let's open up a rift. Special. Rift spawner. I don't know. Maybe the crystals here could be just like a touch darker. They do have a little. They're a little bright. Let's see what this looks like. Yeah, post off, lost it, apparently, yeah. Like I said, it said train derailment, man. I don't know. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to source the materials again, and, you know. It's gonna take some time. Maybe Santa will bring it for you next year. Try making the earth crystal just a bit lighter. Yeah, that's the other avenue, right? So that. All right, there we go. I think the rust crystals look better, lighter. I don't know. I don't know, they do look pretty cool though, with it being a little darker. But it's not. See, the portals here, they're a little washed out, right? You know what? Okay, so this is what I'll do then. I will make them lighter again. We'll go back over here. We'll make these lighter. And I'm going to make them lighter by injecting a little bit more color in there. I just want them to look a little different. And it's hard because, right, the earth element, like I'm going with the color brown, right, which is rust, so. Okay, you know what? For the rust crystals, having it be lighter does match the portal a little better. And these aren't bad. I think this is it. They look different enough now. Maybe since Earth, it could be a bit rocky too. Less easier. Well, all of these, this shape is shared between all the crystal types. So if I put rocks in, I would have to like key things in and or put a transparent texture. It would be more of a pain. You know, it's a crystal. It's not a rock embedded crystal. Let's just that's extra work. The rust crystals look good now. Yeah, I think the rust crystals definitely look good. These and I guess let's pull up another drone. So we'll get an Earth drone. We'll also get an Earth sentry. Right, so that's the crystal. It actually does, yeah, it does look pretty good. GM1. See, that's what the spell looks like here. Are you gonna hit me again? Damn it. I'm gonna die. He's like freaking me out. I keep the range is smaller now. And he's just running over there. Yeah, so the energy is a little... Damn it. I'm trying to get like a... There we go. So that's the energy ball there. And if you look, right, like sure, there's some dark orange, but the swirling, right? Like there's a lot of light orange in there too. I feel like maybe the crystal in these elementals should be more of an orange. Maybe. But I guess you're right, they are crystals after all, and rock crystals might be weird. Yeah, I mean, it's a good idea, right, to try and make them pop more. Alright. Don't kill me. Alright, cool. Let me think what I'm going to do is change this to be a little more orange and less yellow. By just a little bit. That way it matches the crystal. Maybe this is it. Eventually I'm gonna end up looking at all of my elementals. I just recently did the frost one because I looked at it, I'm like, ugh, man, it's vivid, it's ugh. And now it looks like it is kind of frosted over. Like even the stone and everything. The crystal looks better. Orange looks too much like rust. I don't think so. I think the rust crystals look more like rust. This looks like an orange. But I guess, you know, if you look, I don't know. Oh, wait, it's not going to be them. This is going to be the new. I don't know. You think yellowish? We could try it. Do 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 do. Which means I would have to do this. Do that. Maybe try these two then. I have to add another staff. There's a skull staff, another skull staff I want to put in. Do 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 do. I don't know about that. I mean, I guess it does match more. Oh, let me look at the lightning crystal though. Okay, you know what? The lightning crystal's vivid. See, I feel like those are too close. That's why I wanted to go more orange with it. Like the rust, I think looks good. Just this one here. Yeah, man, I don't think yellowish is the way to go here. You know what? Let me heal myself. Hold on. There we go. We're not woozy anymore. I don't know. I kind of... It's like, I like it, but then I look at the lightning crystal, and I'm like, that's really similar. Check a dirt block next to them. Yeah, let's try it. Still, I think making it too yellow, it's too similar. It's too similar. Let me put down all of these crystals here. Maybe I should audit all of them. I'll just do the large crystals. All right, so we got fire, we got water, wind, earth, lightning, frost, nature, and arcane. Yeah, see, these are too similar now. I think maybe the water crystal should be a little darker. Just flying around. Enjoy your freedom while you can. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Water and ice are pretty similar too. I think maybe the water needs to be darker. So I think maybe I work on the crystal textures first and then align the elementals based off of those crystal textures. Which means this would go back to here. Water. Let's try that. You guys see that there's that game Stars Reach that I don't know if anyone knows EverQuest, but that Dave Georgeson guy, you know, that used to be the big, you know, the big face of EverQuest, like with the EverQuest Next stuff. Apparently that dude like branched out and he's been working on a game called Stars Reach. And I look at it and I'm like, it looks like it's supposed to be EverQuest Next. It was weird seeing it. So I think darker is better. So those aren't too bad anymore. Yeah, so darker definitely was better. And see, the Earth with it being more orange feels more like Earth, I think. I think I can't go more orange than this though. I think that's like the maximum amount before it starts to look weird. And then of course you would have rust. I like it. I like it. Let me pull up water. Let's pull up the drones here. Pull out the water drone. Okay, those crystals were already pretty blue, and it's already like a deep blue. I think that's fine. I think the crystals need to be brighter and more orange. So more vivid and more orange. Maybe just more vivid. A little brighter. Man, it's cold in here. I think we're getting a snowstorm, actually. I should look that up. Maybe I need to get some gaming provisions. I think tonight I'm gonna. I want to go to No Man's Sky. I want to check out a gas giant that they added. Okay, you know what? I feel like maybe vivid and just a little darker. I do like the contrast between the elements though in the stone. I do like that. So let's go into like curves now. Boop. I'm gonna say, is it done playing music? No, it's not. I like the idea of these crystals getting charged. I think there's some cool things that I can do with a system like that. Okay, that's the crystal to that. That's pretty good. It's never going to look exact because this doesn't have transparency. This one does. So, and the crystals, I think, glow a little brighter. You really can't see it. I think really maybe it's just the transparency that does it then. That makes it look a little different than a full texture. I don't know, maybe that's good enough. I think that's good enough for now. You know, it needs to be just a little darker. Damn it! Damn it. I just want to move on. It's too dark. So, you know, I could do something like this, and what if I go to curves here? Because these things, they do spawn in winter. So maybe touching them up just a little bit, making them just a little brighter. Let's see. Oh yeah, I was gonna look up the weather. Whoops. How many inches we're getting? Tell me your secrets. Got snow? Winter weather advisory. Come on, I want it to be a warning. No thanks. 3 to 6 inches. It was 4 to 8 last night. 3 to 6 inches. That's what she said. Damn. I don't know. You know what? What do we think? Is that good enough? Undo. I'll keep it darker. Keep that darker. What'd the crystal look like? I think the crystal's too dark. I'm just gonna put it back where it was and we're moving on. Yeah, it's a little too dark. All right, I'm gonna put the crystal back and I'll move on. Done. Boop. Save. Okay. So we're good. All right, next thing I want to do here. So I have the crystals. We're going to have to do the localization, which I could do later. I have to find a way to produce these now. Let's go into my Rift logic right here, and we are going to create a new tick listener. All right, a new tick listener here. This is going to be called drop tiny, or I'll drop small rust crystal. All right, we'll do that. So every so I'll do every 5 minutes. Oh, 1 second. All right, so I got like 5 minutes. So in the beginning here, I will have it be every 10 seconds with an offset of 3. Yeah, that should be pretty good here. So I'm going to copy this. And we're going to paste this in. I'm going to create a new method here. Spent all that time on crystals and textures. I think I'm gonna do this. Paste those in here. I don't need any of this here. I will put in new position here. And then I can just say this dot API dot world dot spawn item entity. I suppose I should create the item stack. So let's do item stack rust crystal equals new item stack. This is going to be new asset location. This is going to be RMR references dot mod ID with colon plus, and let's go into crystals. I'm just going to move this off to the side, so it's going to be elemental crystals dash rust dash small dash up. Yep. There we go. Let me make sure I got my brackets right. So I don't think that's what I want in there. I think I want one more here to close that, right? Nope. Nope, that's one too many. Item stack. Right? That's how you do it, right? Item stack. New asset location. Oh, wait. I got to do the item, right? So it would be this dot API dot. I think I could do API dot world dot block accessor dot get. In this case, it would be getting a block. And then I can put the asset location in, convert that to the item stack, and then I would drop the rust crystal in here. I need to put in the position, which would be new position, and then I'm going to put in a dummy. You know what? No, I'm not gonna put a dummy velocity in. It will have a randomized velocity. There we go. So with the rift running, it will just kind of drop these crystals. Now it's going to do it like 10 times, or once every 10 seconds. But all right, and I need to hop off. Let's find someone to raid. I will be live streaming again today, probably. I got something fun to work on. Who is streaming? Who is playing Vintage Story? We got a lot of people. Man, we got a lot of people to choose from. Who should we stream, or who should we raid? Who should we raid? Oh, Gilligan's, huh? Got someone playing on a community server. Could do It's Just Yogurt again. I think I want to throw it to other people, though. There we go. We'll raid someone new. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Ah, they're already here. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Gotta raid and run. Bye. See you later. Adios. Bye.